Let me know when you can hear me. Let's get this show on the road.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. So, waiting for some comments. Come on, man. This thing's always got so much lag. Can y'all hear me? I'm waiting. Sure can. All right, thank you so much. Always such an awkward delay right here. We have to wait like 20 to 30 seconds for the lag catches up. And oh my goodness, for once we nailed it on the color. They can actually see our faces.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to keep the phone tilted down a little because as soon as I tilt it up and it catches the bright sky, you can't see nothing. So, welcome everybody. It is now 7 p.m. and I just want to say we are live now. I have a lot of people that watch this back later. Thank y'all so much for that. We typically do every Sunday nights at 7 p.m. If you can catch us live, that's great. But I do want to say thank you to all the people that watch this back later. We truly do appreciate the support. Feel free to drop a comment, even if it's after the fact and we're not live. I always try to go back and respond, to those comments. And before we get started as well, happy Easter to everybody. Yes. Hopefully you're having an awesome day. We can't complain. It has been an absolutely beautiful day today. Yes. It's been gorgeous. So we've got quite a few people on here. Not even going to try to go through all the names, but if you're new, I love hearing where you're from. Please drop that down. And it's always fun to hear the weather. We'll just go ahead and let you know we're the Kelleys. We're from Florida and it's 75 degrees. Don't beat us. It is beautiful. There hasn't been a cloud in the sky all day. It's been an awesome day. But the difference a day makes. Yesterday morning, frost on the ground everywhere, which is not supposed to happen this time of year, but always that risk. So we will be having a not so good gardening video probably coming out, I think tomorrow. Did wind up losing a good chunk of the garden, even though I covered it, did everything I could. Frost wound up nipping us. Also, before we get started, I want to say thank you. We got quite a few people that volunteered and I talked with throughout the week to be moderators for the channel now, including Tiffany. Didn't really talk to her, just made her one. So welcome to your new job, but thank y'all so much for those of y'all that's helping us out. Last week, we had something that's probably going to happen from time to time. People kind of get on and spam and say rude things. So thank y'all to those of y'all that are watching the comments, because it's very difficult for me to talk and watch comments. If y'all see something that is offensive or you don't like, click the 3 little buttons to the right of that comment, hide that person from the channel, and their comments are gone as well. So thank y'all so much for helping out. Y'all know who you are, and thank you for helping out as well. Tiffany's going to try to keep an eye on a lot of the repeat comments. I'll catch all that I can, but it's not uncommon now with all the people that we're getting. Yes, I skip over a lot of the comments. I apologize for that. We'll catch everything that we can. So I'm going to go ahead and read through a few of these. Looks like we have people on from Perry, Florida, right down the road from us, so welcome. We've got Georgia, Iowa, Virginia, Ohio, Michigan, all kinds of people in the house. So thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. A lot of happy Easters there. Yeah, happy Easter to y'all. Arkansas, quite a few. And then Cash is early. I'm liking this. I think now that we've got him as a moderator.
We'll get him here.
Yeah, he's feeling guilty about being on time. He says he's top flight security of the world. You go get them, Cash. So we have Arizona in the house. That's awesome. Thank you for stopping by and chatting with us, Sue. Appreciate that. Massachusetts, quite a few people on, so really do appreciate that. I guess to go ahead and start, again, we did wind up having a bad frost yesterday. Well, I guess it was still light frost, but it was plenty enough that it damaged the garden. So that's going to be a video that's coming up. I've already did some replanting yesterday as well. Tried everything in the world to save it. Thank y'all so much for all the suggestions. Luckily, my father wound up giving me a lot of extra frost blankets. I threw everything on that I could. I used cups and Tupperware containers, covered everything I could possibly think of, but it still got cold enough and those plants were tender enough that it wound up nipping them. And you can see she's quite nervous because she's trying to find her baby at them.
Well, there's a raccoon out there, and I just don't want him to find the raccoon.
Yeah, speaking of that, we got a little raccoon digging underneath the big oak over here, and if Bullet thinks he's bad, and he'll try to go get it, and that ain't going to happen. That raccoon will show him who's boss. He was just curled up by the fire a minute ago. Oh,
there he is.
He was on the backside of the fire.
Couldn't see him.
He was doing what he does. He was trying to stay warm here, messing it up. All right, so we have Canada in the house, Washington, Illinois, some more Massachusetts, Seattle. That's quite a few names of places that I haven't heard in the past week or so. So welcome, all of y'all. Thank y'all so much for chatting with us. So Pamela says she's been watching a lot of our older videos. A lot of people have been doing that, so thank y'all for that. the views have really went up on the channel over the last month. We really appreciate that. Constantly trying to put out new and fresh content every day. But yeah, there's over 300 videos just on this channel alone. So if y'all take the time to go back and watch those, really do appreciate that. As she brought up the other night though, not too good of acting in those older videos. Hopefully you can see we've progressed with a little bit better recording equipment. I've got a little more comfortable talking to the camera. Things have, progressed some there. So you might get a chuckle out of some of the older videos going, golly, this is bad. Or you might still say that about some of the newer videos. Who knows? Oh, let's see here. So it looks like Sand Hill Farm said he just had 6 acres get burned up for corn from frost up in South Carolina. Yep, this late season frost got us. This is how I constantly remember it being as a kid. Everybody always said, and I have always said, do not plant until Good Friday or right about Easter weekend. That way there seems to always be a last frost. But for the last many years, that frost hasn't came. Everybody's planted early. Their garden come up, and I've been the last guy to plant going, wish I'd have planted early. Of course, this year I finally decided to plant early, and yeah, we get it. We get it bad. And I'm sure a lot of y'all have lost a lot of stuff too, especially if you planted early like me. So we have Omaha in the house. Is at 85 there today. Wow, that's 10 degrees warmer than it was here. We're going to be in the 80s in just a couple of days. So literally we go from low 30s yesterday to, I think, 85 middle of the week here. Just insane temperature swings. So we got G'day from Australia. Wow. Thank you so much for chatting with us across the pond there, way across the pond. And we have UK in the house. And I really appreciate that. Actually, UK and Australia has been, I look at all the analytics for the channel. That's been a fast growing segment to the channel. So thank y'all so much for welcoming us and, or welcome y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching us. I bet I sound funny as can be to y'all. See, Cash says it's 68 in Northern California. When you think of California, I think of warm like Florida, but yeah, I know there's all different kinds of terrain and weather there. So Pam says, yeah, Miss Pam, thank you so much. That's our #1 star for our video watcher here lately. She has been watching everything. She says she enjoys watching me fish on the other channel. And she has a lot to learn about Florida fishing. I have a lot to learn too because I haven't been doing good at all. I just went on another trip, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago, didn't catch a single fish. No video to put out. I would like to really try to get out and do one fishing trip this week. I need to do that. I need to take a break, but I have a lot of stuff going on this week. So you're going to get a real big mix of videos this week, no doubt. So more Arizona, North Carolina. There's Mr. Jimmy. Thank you so much. He volunteered to be a moderator there. Really appreciate that. So I guess since we just hit on it a little, some upcoming videos this week. I have a subscriber that ordered 2 fire pits. He's been waiting for almost a month. Really do appreciate that. I was trying to get contractors and some house stuff caught up. So we're going to have fire pit built. I have another subscriber waiting for a fire ring. So that's probably going to be what I jump all on tomorrow. Those videos will be out. Like I said, the gardening videos will be out. We have another house wall raising video that's coming, and then I'll jump back to raising some more walls later this week. And then we also have an house video coming too. I have to correct a few things. Very thankful that some of the subscribers reached out and said, you might need to do this a little different.
Oh, you didn't tell me about that.
Yeah, I didn't tell her about that. That's because I don't make mistakes, baby. Sure. So thank y'all so much for the constructive criticism. There's a couple catches on the house. Thank goodness we've only got a couple walls up, so it'll be easy to go back and correct some spacing for sheetrock. And I did not seal the bottom plate to the concrete. That's something I thought of a while back and just rushed right into this and didn't think about it. It's pressure treat plate. In my mind, we're good to go. But I didn't think about the air leaking portion of it. We really want to seal this house up and make it as efficient as possible. That's why we're paying all the money for the spray foam insulation. So we're going to go back, correct those, and then move right on into raising some new walls. But again, thank y'all so much for watching those videos and giving me the feedback of, hey, dummy, you messed up. I'll take it.
Was that Cash's fault, apparently?
No, well, Cash was about one of 10 people that said, why are you not sealing the bottom plate? After you see 2 or 3 of those comments, you're going, yeah, there's something to this.
All right, Cash.
Oh, Cash
Don't blame me for the stall.
Cash was very tactful about it. I'll give him that. So thank you. Oh, let's see here. Brad says he just did his first mowing brush hogging of the season yesterday. I just did mine last week as well. That's always kind of my, hey, it's officially springtime when you've got to get the lawnmower out, dust it off, grease up everything, sharpen the blades, and get them mowing. And actually, I'll probably wait one more week to mow the pasture out there. Just too much going on this week. And because we had these couple of days with some light frost and all, it's just not growing right now. I think I can get away with one more week. Oh yeah, also picked up a big old 50-pound bag of grass seed. I see that my neighbor has his construction equipment back down the road, so I'm gonna get some more dirt hauled in. We'll continue to work on the yard. They're calling for rain Thursday. I would love to get some grass seed down and go ahead and get this yard growing. So a whole mix of videos coming, no doubt, but I know everybody really wants to see the house building videos. We will get on those. So let's see here. Living every day outdoors. Jay says the old wives' tale says if it thunders in February, it frosts in April. Well, it actually did that, so maybe there's some truth to that. We had frost 4/9, so it's going to frost again on 4/15. Don't tell me that. Oh no, this has got to be our last frost. Has to be. No. I don't want to hear any more of that.
I shouldn't have folded up all those blankets.
That's blasphemy. Don't do that. No more. Don't wish no frost on us because I just replanted. If I have to replant again, oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't want to think about that. So Gail says, Bullet's so cute sitting in the chair. Yeah, I don't know if y'all can pick him up. You see his little ears peeking up back there. And just so y'all know, he's spaced way away from the fire. But that dog could care less if we were roasting him over the fire on a pig spit. He would love it.
He literally singes his hair next to the fire. That's how.
Yeah, when I was just smoking the other day, I come outside and I've got the smoker box with just heat blowing off of it, and his ears are literally laying on it, and he's just happy as can be. That dog would love to be burnt up. All right, so Missouri, James just came in from Missouri and said, I hope I made it through the late frost. You probably just jumped on. It actually got me, James. It really did. I thought it was about 25% of the garden. I went out and looked today. I've lost more than that. I've lost all my zucchini, lost all my cucumbers, lost several rows of okra, and I had all this stuff covered. The beans are not looking good. They took a hit. And I had double frost blankets on my potatoes, and a lot of potatoes got burnt too. It looks like 1 or 2 plants of those may not make it. So, and here's the crazy part. They get it wrong every time. That's why I don't trust this at all anymore. It got several degrees colder than they called for. We're just in a weird cold spot right here. We get colder than everybody else. I don't know what it is. I went out that morning before the sun come up because a lot of y'all said, hey, go put water on your garden and get the frost off the plants. Well, I tried to go turn the water on. Nope. Hose was frozen solid. Spigot was frozen solid. It got way colder than it was supposed to. It took me 15 minutes just to get the ice out of the hose. By that point, the sun's getting ready to come out. I was so flustered and upset yesterday morning because I just was watching my garden disappear in front of me. So aggravating, but that's the risk you take planting early. It's my fault. Hopefully everybody else's garden made it just fine. So Team Dancer's talking about he cut 2 trees that fell on his property yesterday. I had something I have got to do. I've still got quite a bit of firewood down there to cut up. And when I finally get y'all to the wood racks, you're going to be shocked. I have 3 or 4 empty racks, as well as several IBC totes to fill. We have burnt a pile of wood this year. I'm starting to think we burnt 4 or 5 cords of wood this year. So yeah, whoops. Easy to burn when you don't have to put the sweat into making it. So I may not have much firewood to sell next year. I've got to get my butt in gear just to get us stashed up because I'm praying this house is finished by next winter. We're having some get-togethers and spending time out on that big old porch, and we're going to burn even more fires than we burnt this year. So I'm thinking I've got to get us close to 5 cords of wood put up just for ourselves. That's a tremendous amount for people that doesn't heat their home with wood. We just love fire. So firewood videos will eventually be coming back as well. Oh, how about my Silver Queen? Pam asked. Thank you. It made it. But I had frost blankets on it for 2 solid days, did not remove them, put them on extra early because I was more nervous about the corn and the potatoes than anything else.
That's your favorite thing in the garden.
That's the whole reason I gardened for that Silver Queen sweet corn. And I'm happy to say my one big L-shaped bed, I don't see a single piece that got bit by frost. Now my other bed in the back that had beans and corn, yeah, I lost several of those corn stalks, but the majority of it's good. It's going to keep growing. Probably in just another week or 2, it'll be tall enough. We'll feed it through those cow panels, and we're going to keep moving right along with the corn. Everything else can just come up whenever it comes up. See a few more questions here. 73 degrees in Fort Worth. So very, what's the word I'm trying to say? No, it's very comparable to us. I can't think of words today. And happy Easter. They said happy Easter, y'all. Yes. Hopefully you enjoy it. And Cash says he misses the firewood videos. I know. I'm itching myself. I got this big, beautiful new chainsaw that is dying to crank up. It needs to get off the shelf, and we got to cut some wood. We really do. That is coming. It has to come because I've got to have firewood for next year, and I am not splitting firewood in 95-degree Florida heat.
Hot,
yeah, and that'll be here before you know it. And Brad brings up a very valid point. Says, I need that dump trailer to haul wood to the house. After it's split, happy wife, happy life. You were exactly right. We're going to see if we can work on that. And a lot of y'all watched my Lowe's video where I had a really good Lowe's experience and wound up setting up a credit account with them. Got my OSB, so that's great. And a lot of people reached out and let me know that Lowe's apparently sells dump trailers. And that's something that we could get on the credit account. I was like, awesome. Thank y'all, guys.
For rent?
Yeah, no, not for rent. Well, yeah, rent and own, sure.
However you look at it.
You pay them a rent payment, and eventually it's paid off and it's yours. So I like
Cash says, wasn't me. Let me guess.
Yeah. Oh, I think you just told on yourself there, buddy. So Pony Girl says she really likes the ice making machine. Super cool. Hey, I see what you did there. Super cool. Been enjoying the heck out of it. We used ice again yesterday. I took some out last week, and it's still outrunning me. It's doing a good job. Eventually, one of these days, maybe since Thursday's calling for rain, that'd be a good shop video to do in here if it actually does rain. I need to install those fans in there and try to make that ice machine produce even more. Although I'm very happy where it's at. It probably has 100 pounds of ice in it right now, and that's with me taking out. So it's still outrunning me, and I'm taking more than I said I would ever take. I am very happy. It's not a commercial machine making 80 pounds a day. As long as it keeps outpacing me, I am thrilled. Now, whenever we finally do make a saltwater trip and I pull 80 pounds out of it, it's going to look bad. It's going to look real bad. That's when I'm going to wish production was a little higher. But it is so nice to not have to go pay $3 to $4 a bag and have to go out of your way to stop by the store. That was really nice last night. We went to a get-together, iced down some drinks, went over there. We didn't have to stop at one store. That's a first for us. I thought that was amazing. I'm sick and tired of stopping at stores. Because if you stop for a bag of ice, you come out with $30 worth of stuff that you didn't really need to get. All you needed was the ice. Let's see what else we got here. And Joshua says, out of curiosity, what are we budgeting for the pole barn house? We don't know anymore.
Yeah, it's just whatever it takes to get it done.
And we do need to go over a cost video. I've been saying that maybe that's something I can try to work on this week too. Although I've got a lot, and I mean a lot going on this week, because I wanted to give y'all a figure up to the point of, since porches are technically done, I've got a porch square foot figure figured out. I want to kind of explain all that. But I'll be honest with you. But before COVID, when we was kind of toying with this idea, $100,000 seemed absolutely realistic. Now the house was smaller than we have designed now too. Then we bumped the budget up to $125,000. Things keep compounding, and we did make the interior of the house a little bigger, so we understood that's going to make per square foot go up as well. Now, realistically, it's going to be an absolute struggle, and we're going to have to just find deals after deals after deals to probably stay in the 140 to 150 range is what I'm thinking. It's starting to get very nerve-wracking because when we originally budgeted, we went 25% over, tried to give ourselves a buffer, but there's no way we knew how to account for $50 a sheet plywood and $17 per 2x6 and just all this craziness. $75 for a box of nails. Excuse me. I seen the other day, I refused to pay it and went to another store, but that same box was $28 not long ago. It's just, it's crazy. So to be perfectly honest with you, we're just kind of moving forward, praying about it. We're nervous, but it looks like the extra buffer that we had put in without a doubt is going to get ate up, and we're talking through different options, and we're going to continue to move forward. We still have a decent amount of money set aside for the house, and we're just going to have to really start looking for deals. That's why I'm traveling out of state and everywhere I can to try to save money here and there. Because just on the OSB the other day, if I went and bought it from the store that I've been buying it from, it would have been $1,500 more right now at their current price, but they didn't even have it than what I got it for at Lowe's. So when you start saving $1,500 here and $500 there and $1,000 there, before long, by the time this house is over with, you've saved $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 just by really doing your homework, calling around, researching, and going to all these different places. So another long-winded way of saying the budget, it's got a big question mark right now. We had a budget figured out before things have started getting astronomically high. And we're just going to keep hoping and praying. I mean, hope, yes, I know, maybe it bites you, maybe it doesn't, but hopefully by the time another few more months roll on, some of these things start to turn and go down in price. But everything I'm hearing says it may continue to go up well into 2022. But we'll keep you on the loop on that. We will have a cost video coming out here before long.
Somebody's asking, are we going to do porches? I mean, screened-in porches.
Okay, screened-in porches, we are not. I think we covered it in one video, but we'll talk about that again. Yes, it's buggy Florida. We should do screened porches. We understand
Maybe
that.
eventually down the road when we finally get tired of the bugs.
Yeah, we can always add that back later. We can do that later. The reason we've decided not to, actually, I guess 3 reasons. One, we kind of feel like it blocks your view. We're doing a lot of windows in the front part of the house, and we don't want to look out and see screen and have it blocked. 2, it kind of blocks your breeze and your wind a little. We don't like that. We get a huge, nice breeze off of this pasture here. We want to feel it. That kind of helps with bugs too. And 3, cost. We just don't have it in the budget to do screened-in porch right now, and it's not something we really desire. We can always add that back later. See, we better lift walls with tractor. So James asked a good question. Will I be able to lift walls with the tractor and save my back? I've been thinking about that. I'm probably just going to build them in place and wait for Tiffany once I get to the bigger walls. Reason being, what is so hard to tell right there, there is a pretty significant slope going up to the house. I kind of don't want to keep driving the tractor in there, packing ruts. I really don't want to get near the edge of the slab, although yet it's on a heavy duty footer, a 6-inch thick slab. I'd hate to get the tractor tires on there and damage anything, and I really don't want to keep rutting up and packing all that sand. Plus, I'm about to put something right here to keep rain off of these posts for the next few months until eventually I get siding on the house and gutters. And once I put that up, you will not be able to drive the tractor up there. So most likely not, I'm not going to use the tractor. I'll just wait, call some friends, wait for her to get home. And you're laughing, so what's this comment?
Cash's comment.
What did Cash say? Are you going to hang your dryer lint sheets on the back porch to keep the bugs off? Smart guy. No.
I can see it now.
Yeah, we'll just have them dangling everywhere.
Yeah.
We might actually, thank you. But no, we're not going to, because an awesome subscriber, not Cash, sent us a bug zapper and some outdoor thermocells. So we're going to use those. And we keep forgetting that we have, what are those called? Citronella torches. We're going to try those first. Now, as a last resort, yeah, we'll hang dryer sheets. That guy. And Team Dancer's got another really good point. He said if I get that dump trailer, I can haul the tractor over to my father's and help him and all. I like your thinking. I can go help friends. I've got a friend.
I'm sure your dad would love that.
Yeah, he would. So I like your thinking. We'll keep working on it.
Yeah, maybe we'll talk to your dad.
But as you just heard, if I don't have money for a screened-in porch, I ain't got money for a dump trailer. We got to get this house done. Yeah. But we can keep joking about it. Oh, let's see here. Any more questions that you've seen over and over? So Logan says you can actually use mouthwash in a spray bottle to keep bugs away. I've heard that one time before. Believe it or not, give me that stuff right there. Tiffany found this. We're not promoting it. We're not getting paid to show those off. We bought it with our own money. But it's called Greener Ways Organic Bug Repellent. It's reversed for us, but I think it's not reversed for y'all. This stuff has essential oils in it. It really works.
It does work.
It works awesome. I've been spraying it on my hair and all. It smells kind of like lemongrass and all, but y'all.
It has citronella, cedarwood, lemongrass, peppermint, thyme, rosemary, and other vitamin E's and soybean oil and water. But I got it from Costco.
Yeah, it smells
and it
really
works
good.
Really good.
It does.
Now every 20 minutes you got to reapply because that's about, the skin absorbs the essential oils and all that. But
I'd rather put that on than DEET though. I can promise you. That's the one thing that's keeping gnats off my hair. I'll douse my hair with that. It does an excellent job. However, knock on wood, we got a little frost yesterday, and I've noticed the last few days, even before the frost, the gnats haven't been quite as bad. I think their little bloom might be over, but obviously gnats stick around all summer long. Here's the scary part. April is always deer fly or yellow fly season. That's when we have our major bloom. That's probably coming any day now. And when we have those, they hurt so bad and they swarm so bad for the month of April for us that we will probably have to do live streams in here with the doors rolled down, echoing and everything. There's no way you can sit outside. They would tear you up. They would tear you up. So Pamela says if we cook some good food, they will come. That way you got plenty of back muscles and arms to raise those walls. Might not be a bad idea. We might have to put the Blackstone out there in the middle of the of the house, let her cook, and have people up here raising walls.
Yes.
But in all seriousness, I've had tons of friends for the last many months before we even started the house volunteer to come help. I know several people right now I can call that will help me raise those walls. And when I get to the 12 footers, which will be relatively soon, I'm going to have help. We just built a wall that y'all can't see. I'll have a video out in a couple days for that. Me and Tiffany did our first wall with a window, a header, and all that in it. It has a lot of extra wood, and it was heavy just for me and her to lift. So there's no doubt whenever I get to the bigger 12 footers, probably going to require every bit of 3 people to help us out. We'll deal with it as we can, but lots of volunteers, and thank y'all for that. So Pony Girl says, do you think you'll put a flower garden on the porch? You could plant those bug repellent plants. Not a bad idea.
Yeah, we'll probably have some of those plants on the back porch. I like things that are low maintenance, so it'll definitely have to be.
Like me. I'm actually not low maintenance.
Yeah.
Only bad thing about the back porch is it's north facing. It'll never get any sun, which I like that, but we'll have to figure out how we can have those plants survive. If they have to be moved in and out every single day, no, we probably won't plant them. Too much else to do. So Jerry just jumped on and says he's been really enjoying our videos. Thank you so much for that. Raul says he's been enjoying it. Thank you. We really do appreciate you chatting with us. And Julie, you have a good point there. Try a blue solo cup with sticky on it attached to a ball cap. Really supposed to work for deer flies and black flies. You're exactly right. We go to the river a lot, and there is a person who has a lot down there on the river, and they sell big purple, like balloon, thick balls around here, and some of the fertilizer and feed and animal stores here sell that black, well, it's not black, it's a clear sticky material you coat the ball with, and there's something about that purple. It's almost this color right here. Those flies love it. Go right to it and stick to it. Chances are we're going to have to wind up hanging some of those around here because I can't stand yellow flies. They make me swell up bad. They always bite you right on the tip of your finger or your toes, and it just, I can't stand them. So Snuff Dipper says, y'all get mosquitoes real bad? Oh yeah.
Yes.
Tis the season
Monsters.
right now. That little light frost yesterday may have helped us some. I doubt it did a whole lot of damage, but as of last week in the afternoons, they were starting to show up.
We call it the vampire hour.
Yep.
Because for about a good hour and a half, they are so thick, and then they eventually die down a little bit, but whew, yes, we have them bad. With all that water that we have out there in the woods, yes. They make their way up here.
But that is the good thing about them. She's not kidding. Right about the time the sun sets, that's when they come out, and as soon as it gets dark, they vanish. So it's about 1 hour that they tear you up right there. See, Miss Maureen just jumped on, says, hey, Andrew and Tiffany, happy Easter.
Hey,
happy Easter to you.
Easter.
Thank you so much for jumping on and chatting with us. And here we go with the Duramax talk, thanks to Team Danzer. we're going to avoid the dump trailer Duramax talk. We might as well go ahead and get the tractor grapple out of the way. Anybody want to talk about that? So it says, best wishes from Jack and family from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Another Australia. Thank you so much for getting on and chatting with us. We've had a lot of people from Australia join here lately. So thank you for that. Hopefully you're enjoying the content that we're making here. And our skeeters here in Arkansas are cousins to the gators, says Pamela. I think we can absolutely agree here. We have what we call like a tiger stripe mosquito. It is that stinking big and it has tiger stripes all down it. You can hear them coming. Those things are insane.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about the food. We didn't talk about the food.
I didn't read the comment, but you can help me out.
What are we cooking tonight? We are cooking, or I'm cooking, meatloaf on the grill right now. I got to keep an eye on that. And then I have
Venison meatloaf.
Yes, venison meatloaf. And I have the little baby potatoes and green beans that I put in some herbs and butter in, and I have those cooking in the oven. So yeah, we're not going to really be cooking on the Blackstone or anything, but I love the taste of the meatloaf on the grill, even though we have it in a pan. Just all those flavors that get into it, it's going to be good.
I was dead set against a gas grill a while back, but I guess the flavor that's kind of crisp and burnt on the cast iron, it tastes completely different than using an oven. So we use it as an oven a lot because we don't have an oven. We don't have a house right now. And I really do enjoy the way using the gas grills and oven makes the stuff taste. So yeah, we won't really be whipping nothing up tonight, but toward the end of the video here, as soon as we get done chatting, we'll go over there, show that off. But it's kind of already been in there cooking. That stuff takes, what, an hour and a half at least in the oven. and a few other things. So not really cooking in front of you tonight, but we will show it off and rub it in your face. Oh, goodness. Oh, let's see here. So Mark says, nice to see the leaves on the tree. We are a month behind Ottawa Valley, Ontario. Yes, everything in the last week and a half here has just bloomed. I would flip the camera up and show y'all the big oak, but it's gonna blind us and white us out, and all you'll see is the background. But before it gets dark, I'll show you that big oak. It has been putting leaves on like crazy the last few days. All the wildflowers and the ditches are blooming. Everything's coming out. Spring is definitely in the air, other than that surprise frost that we got yesterday. But hopefully that's the last one. We shall see.
Oh, it looks like they got a troll, they said.
Oh, do we? Well, y'all take care of whatever y'all need to take care of. So William says meatloaf on the grill, awesome idea. It really is.
Yes.
It is. And smoked meatloaf, believe it or not. I have a friend that does that. He'll smoke a meatloaf and he'll smoke macaroni and cheese too.
Yes.
It is so good.
Sounds really good.
Don't forget to try that one. Let's see here. What else do we have? I see leaves on the tree. There was another one up here I wanted to catch. Oh, Jack says he loves the variety of the content. Thank you so much for that. And Chris asked how many square feet is the pole barn house. So the pole barn house is going to be 2,800 square foot under roof. We went crazy. We explain it to you all the time. We are outside people. 1,300 square foot of porches, 1,500 square foot inside. It's only one bedroom, but it has a walk-in utility, big walk-in closet, decent sized bedroom, huge walk-in pantry, decent sized kitchen, and a really large living room. We have already set it up with plans to, at some point down the road, after we save up money for a long period of time, we will add on. We may do a master suite in the back, master bedroom, or we may do 2 bedrooms and 1 full bath in the back. But we really set this up for porches. And I know 2,800 on the roof sounds like a lot, but whenever I finally do the cost video, I think y'all will see the price per square foot building the way we did, even with the contract putting everything up, it's quite low. So it sounds big, sounds expensive, but 1,300 square foot is at a very low cost per square foot. Time him out, Cash. and should be an option available to y'all. If somebody comes on that, I mean, give everybody a little bit of respect. If they say one thing wrong, now if it's something completely offensive, there should be a button. What does it say? Let me look that up. We're all going to have to learn this moderation stuff together. If I can get my mouse to work. There's one that says hide user on the channel. If somebody needs to be completely blocked, that's what that does, and it removes all the comments that they put on the live stream too. So whatever you need to do there. So Richard, who's, I don't know, probably about an hour or so west of us, said his garden got hit by the frost, but they mainly lost okra, watermelons. Both can be easily replanted. Yeah, I lost quite a bit more stuff than that, but I have already replanted. Hopefully these days, getting the 80s this week with a little bit of water, and maybe in 4 or 5 days, we'll see some stuff popping up, and we'll go at it again. That's life. That's the way it goes. But Jay has me nervous talking about, he thinks the stars have aligned for a second frost coming. Oh, I hope you're wrong. My heart will break if I lose part of this garden again.
Oh, yeah.
So Tony and Cat Adventure says, hello from Lexington, Kentucky. You're not too far away from some family that I have in Louisville, Kentucky, but welcome. Thank you for chatting with us. And I can tell by watching you that you'll need a rocking chair. Yep, we like our rocking chairs. This is probably not the most professional for a live stream, us sitting here doing this, but it's the South. It's what you do. You rock in a rocking chair.
Yep, that's what we do.
So Richard says it only got 36 degrees over there. We got to 32. And we start getting frost here around 36, 37. A lot of people think it's 32, but no. If you have metal, like on a vehicle or anything with a lot of dew on it, usually around 36, we're getting that frost. And we got all the way down to 32, which is colder than they called for, and it nipped me pretty good. So Snuff Dipper says they never plant until after Easter in Texas. That's what I've done for the last 5 years. And I have always told everybody that plants early, you're crazy, you're going to get caught. Well, the last 5 years, I can't think of an early frost. Everybody's got away with it. Their stuff is up weeks ahead of me, and I'm always going, oh, I wish I had planted early. Decided to this year. It got me. Luck of the draw, I guess. So Texas Bowhunter just jumped on. He says, happy Easter. So, yeah, absolutely happy Easter to everybody there. Katie just jumped on from UK. Says, love your channel. Thank you so much for that. I have no idea what time it is over there, but we appreciate you staying up and watching us. I imagine it's late. So Richard's right. He says it has to do with the dew point plus your temperature. A little more science than I understand, but I can tell you, typically around 36, especially with high humidity, we're getting frost. And then you got Team Dancer said it was 70 in northern Michigan. This weather's nuts. It's crazy. I just don't get it. Normally y'all are way colder than us, but now we got a heat wave coming through. So, but Wisconsin right there says still 30s at night. We're jumping up rapidly. 30s, last night or night before. Last night was in the 40s, and I think we go to 50s on up for this week. It's going to warm up a lot. And Uncle Tim just don't know, says, please don't block Uncle Tim. I promise not to be bad. Well, you watch yourself, Uncle Tim. We've got a lot of new guys in here with itchy mouse fingers, and they're ready to block anybody. Don't worry if we accidentally block you or put you in timeout. We can pull you back out.
Tell me.
Oh, goodness. So D.B. Douglas, he's got a great point. Said he painted his snowplow, so it'll snow now. That's exactly right. That's the way things work. Believe it or not, we finally coughed up the money years ago because we just had back-to-back hurricanes, ice storms, all kinds of crazy stuff. We lost power after power after power. We was having to bathe in the river. It was miserable. We finally bought a big generator. I don't know if we've lost power since we bought the son of a gun. Maybe one time. We bought it 5 years ago. Isn't that the way it works? You buy this stuff. Oh yeah, we're going to use this thing. I was almost, knock on wood, kind of wanting to lose power at certain points there. I was like, I bought this generator. I want to use it. So I guess that's the way you can hedge your bets against stuff. Yeah, that's life. So Christopher Melvin says he's on his way home from work listening in. Thank you so much, Christopher. Eyes on the road, drive safe. Not worth looking at right here anyways. See, Waynesboro, Tennessee. Hey, I know that area. We used to go up there through that area a lot whenever we vacation in Tennessee and North Carolina and all. So welcome. Hey, we got a Florida person in the house, Punta Gorda, Florida. It said it got down enough in temp to nip a small tree and lost a few limbs. Wow. I can't believe it dropped that much all the way down there. That's crazy. That frost went a little further south than I realized. And Pony Girl says her stress levels went down watching this rock, so rock on. All right. I feel like I've got ADHD or something over here in this rocking chair. I can't sit still. Let's see what else we got. Wife said supper's ready, got to run, says Snuff Dipper. Appreciate you stopping by and chatting with us. Go enjoy the supper and time with your family, and happy Easter.
I have a question for the viewers.
Okay, uh-oh, she's coming out of her shell.
Is anybody else building a house right now and kind of going through the same things that we're going through, finding building materials and the price of things? Even if, you know.
What, you don't trust me?
No, I do. I just want to know. I want to relate to somebody.
Yeah, she wants to know if you're having the same problems I'm claiming. I'm not off playing golf when I'm saying I'm looking for lumber and stuff.
Say that.
I think I know where she's heading with this one. So all this time you say you're out looking for materials, not working on the house.
All day
really
long
looking
looking for nails.
I ain't gonna lie, a little bit of my looking for materials might include bouncing around a couple stores looking for some ammo too. And I did actually find a little. If I found a few more boxes, we're gonna shoot some skeet.
Oh gosh.
No, I've really been driving hundreds of miles looking for materials. This has just been mind-boggling. I can't believe this at all. And ADHD rocks. Yes, you're correct. So Team Danzer is mean. He says it'd be funny if I rocked too much and tipped over. Why you want to see me get hurt? Luckily, these chairs, they don't feel like they want to tip over at all.
Yeah, they're pretty nice chairs.
Yep. So Logan, thanks Logan. He says he seen me fishing the other day. I was not fishing, I was looking for house materials. I think
Yes, I'm building a room in a pole barn.
I think I see something that needs to go in the fire right here, Logan.
Oh, the cups.
Okay. So yeah, Joshua says his lumber package has went crazy. It's ridiculous, and they live in Washington State and make lumber there, and it's just outrageous. So it's all across the country. Of course, listen to Cash and a few others. Sounds like California and West Coast, for some reason, has a little bit better material and pricing than the East Coast. I don't know why that is. So Kevin says he was starting to build a covered porch for now, but it's on standby. That's how a lot of people start to be. If I hadn't have found some of the deals that I found, and I keep calling it deals, although it's still outrageous, we would probably have to be on standby right now ourselves. Hopefully we can keep finding this material and rocking on. Otherwise, I'll just have to stop working on the house and go do some fishing or something. Yeah, all right. Don't kick me. She didn't kick me. Oh, yeah, don't get hurt. I have a house to build. Isn't that the truth? She wants to keep me going.
That's right.
So Brad says they have bigger trees out west. Heck, there could be something to that. And I think they have a lot less hurricanes knocking their stuff down too, don't they? Oh, if you ever come to Savannah, Georgia, we'll buy you guys lunch, living and guiding. We actually used to go to Savannah quite a bit. We went there.
Last year, last February.
I thought it was January.
January, February.
Yeah, last January, February was the last time we went. We used to go there quite a bit. We actually did our little honeymoon in Savannah. I love Savannah. She's tired of Savannah. She used to do a bunch of Girl Scout trips and stuff there when she's younger. She's been there so much. She's kind of like been there, seen that.
Yes.
I love Savannah, especially the old downtown area. I love the big old beautiful forest gump oak trees and the walkway. Of course, it's kind of turned into a tourist trap down there on the river. I like watching the boats come up the river. I love that town. Father-in-law is a logger and he's got the deals on lumber, but it's still outrageous price where they're at. So it sounds like everybody's just kind of dealing with the same problems that we're having. So there's Brian. He says he's in California. I think, Brian, you and Cash might have been some of the ones telling me that y'all had stuff available out there whenever I was really struggling and looking. Just a little too far for me to drive. So Liz says lumber's outrageous. So there you go. See, everybody else is having these problems. It ain't just me. Oh, goodness. Let's see if our little dog's still back there. Yep, he's still sitting by the fire. So Maureen says the lumber prices have increased the value of her house by $80,000 since COVID. So not so nice for you guys building, though. That's right. I know a lot of people that are selling houses right now, but the problem is if you sell your house because it's got all the equity, you better have somewhere to stay. You don't want to go build one right now because there goes all the equity you had in your house. It's just really weird right now. The one thing that scares me, it's not so much of a concern for us because this is planning on being our forever home and property, but I couldn't imagine building a house right now that I potentially may want to sell or move to a different job down the road. Because once stuff finally drops, and I'm assuming it has to, your house is no longer going to be worth, it's going to be worth 30 to 40% less probably once materials get back to normal than when you build it. It's the first time I've ever seen anything like this, so who knows? Need a hat, Andrew, says Logan. Yes, I'm actually very stubborn. I've been getting on to a lot for hats. I have an issue. When I wear a hat, you see this big old gigantic melon I have? It's for all these brains. But I got a big old head here. Quit laughing. Anytime I wear even sunglasses, but hats, oh, it gives me a headache. It always squeezes me, and even no matter how far out I adjust them. So y'all will see that I don't wear hats a lot. Now, when I'm out here mowing all day or just really staying in the sun a lot, I do wear them, and especially when I'm fishing and on the water. But yeah, I absolutely need to do more of that. So Luna Tuna Plays says, love your channel. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. And Chris says they had plans to build but put it on hold. A lot of people are doing that. Absolutely, a lot of people are. And Dorman says California people are leaving and not building new homes. I kind of heard there is a mass exit out there. I don't know if it's just the cost of living or politics or the wildfires or what all it may be. But
where are they going?
Yeah.
Does anybody know? I'm curious.
I don't know where they are moving to. You know, you have a lot of people from up north moving to Florida, but I don't know where all the California people may be going. Yep, so Team Dancer says they're getting new neighbors and they've been building for about 8 years now and they can't get good prices at all. Goodness gracious. My goodness. Okay, so yeah, Maureen agrees. You've got all the equity in the house, but no point selling it because if you go buy another house or you build a house, they're marked up so much. What's the point? So William Smith asked, do I go gator hunting? I have yet to go gator hunting and I need to. Problem with our area right here is there's not a whole lot of gator tags in this little region that we're in. Across the whole state of Florida, there is. So whenever we apply for the tags, it's very hard to get drawn, especially in the areas that we're comfortable with and work or go to a lot, excuse me. So we've talked about it. We need to because we have friends that do gator hunt a lot. And what they'll all usually do is apply for the permits. And if somebody gets it, maybe they all go hang out on the boat and go do that. It's kind of a lottery and it's hard to get. I do need to do that. I've got a boat that would be good for it. So maybe we'll include that on another channel at some point. We like eating gator. We have a little restaurant down the road that fries it up and serves it. She likes getting it from time to time. So Pony Girl said had to step out and chase a woodpecker away. Drives her crazy. Apparently, I've had them so loud in videos. I just had somebody comment the other day. What kind of woodpecker was that in the background?
We have a very large woodpecker.
Yeah, I think I'm not going to pronounce it right, but I think they're called pileated woodpeckers. It's the big ones that screams and hollers like a woody woodpecker. It has the big old mohawk up top. We have those gigantic ones. They used to be almost extinct. Now they're back, and I've
seen them on our little pines out there.
Yeah, they're this big. They will destroy some stuff. They are loud as can be. So understand that. Of course, I kind of like the sound of a woodpecker, but I don't like what they do to our trees. I don't like that at all. And actually, they just about destroy telephone poles too around here. So Team Danger says lumber, concrete, building permits, everything, pretty much is up. I agree. I was absolutely shocked to death whenever we got building permits for the house. So now that I keep talking about all that stuff, I definitely need to do a cost video here before long, fill y'all in where we're at, since a lot of y'all are looking at building. So Cash says, do they make that laughing sound like woodpecker or like Woody? They don't quite laugh, but they are loud as can be. Every time they fly, they kind of make that old racket. But no, they don't quite laugh like him. Yep, pileated says Colin. I still don't know how to pronounce it, but that's definitely, we'll just say pileated. No, that doesn't sound right either. Pileated.
And Joshua's asking if we have another YouTube channel, and we do. It is the Kelley's Outdoors. Do we have the link? Did you get the links in yet?
Actually, the link may be in the description of the live stream, but it's always in the description of every single video that you watch on this channel. Or you can just go type it in, the Kelley's Outdoors. Make sure you put an EY. For some reason, it doesn't find you. So Shay Max just jumped on. He says, what's up? Welcome. Appreciate you chatting with us. And who's that? Jelena Bennett just jumped on. Hello from Louisiana. Welcome.
Hi.
Thank you so much for stopping by and chatting with us. All right, guys, ladies, y'all run out of questions. Y'all have any questions for us? Where are we at on food, by the way?
Food has got a little while to go.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We might not be showing off a whole lot of food tonight. Sounds like it's got a while.
The temperature gauge on the grill is probably not very accurate.
So Richard says he has one of those woodpeckers bark at him last week while he's turkey hunting. That's crazy. I didn't realize they would do that. So Shay says, sorry, it's been a minute since you jumped on. It's been a minute. Been selling a home and moving. I understand all that. That stuff gets crazy. So Team Dancer just put the link up to our other YouTube channel. Appreciate that. So Joshua, if you were looking for that, there's the link right there, and you can go over and hopefully subscribe and find something you like. Not as many videos as this channel, but I still think there's, heck, I don't even know, probably 100 videos over there. I've got to get on making a few more.
Yes, hopefully he has a better fishing year this year.
Yep. So Cash says, what will be your first meal that you want to cook in the new house? Champagne.
Yeah. I don't know yet. I'll have to think about that, but maybe some prime rib or something really fancy.
I'm not cooking
fancier.
that. Who knows? We'll probably just be so happy to be in there. Who cares? Warm up a pizza or something. All right, so Mr. Jimmy says, what am I drinking? I am drinking Sprite, Mr. Jimmy.
Yes.
And A Outdoors just jumped on, says, hello, Kelley's. Appreciate you stopping by and chatting with us. And let's see. Oh, somebody finally spelled it out for me. Appreciate that. Pileated. So pileated. I didn't even say that correctly. Thank you for spelling it out for me. Sometimes I need that, especially with my southern way of speaking. So Beck Archer's Homestead says back when they was still building custom home in Illinois, the permit for a new home went up, and most were $10,000 to $14,000 for the permits. Ooh. I'm not going to complain about our permits then. I ain't going to complain about our permits. That is just insane. Why does it cost so much? Yes, I understand they make, plenty of trips out there, but fuel, I mean, just a few permits would buy them a new truck every year. That is ridiculous. That's insane, man. It's just, it's just absolutely insane. So Stacy Adams asked, how many acres do we have? Always a popular question on the live stream. We have 51 acres. About 20 of it is in yard and pasture and in perimeter, and 30 of it's mixed hardwood, and I think about 6 or so acres I planted in pines down here for various reasons, from privacy to tax write-offs to potential future income. So 51 acres total though. So Jeremiah asked, what did I decide on pruning the citrus trees? I'm going to go cut just the dead stuff back, but I'm not pruning anything else. Too many people said what I thought. Do not cut the citrus trees back. There's too many blooms on them. They're already producing fruit. Yeah, I think it put them in shock. Plus, just transplanting them is already enough shock as well. I don't want to cut them back. I don't want to risk damaging them. So it's just going to be cutting the dead stuff back only. And luckily, I just went out and looked at them a little while ago. We didn't get quite a heavy enough frost yesterday that damaged any of those. So I think we'll be okay. And she cut the light off there. Now we're not blaming you. So Betty says if we do prime rib, she'll be there for the housewarming party. So Cash says, can he come? He'll bring a housewarming gift. Absolutely. You bring one of them dump trailers.
Yes.
You can come.
Bring the dump trailer. That is the one condition.
Yep. And we'll let you stay the night. So there we go. Glad we got that figured out.
Is that our housewarming gift?
Yeah. No kidding. So James asked something I talked about earlier, but I didn't say exactly what it was. But very good point. And this is why I asked for y'all to fill me in as I'm building. No, I don't know everything. It's my first house. He said, did I put the foam strip, so the seal plate, seal strip underneath the walls? No, I did not. Completely forgot about that, went past it, thought about that a week or so ago. Just forgot about it. In my mind, hey, I'm using pressure treat plate. Excuse me. I'm not worried about moisture or whatever else, but what I didn't think was, yeah, sealing that plate to the floor and sealing out all the air gaps. So we definitely want to make the house as efficient as we can. So I'm going to work on that over the next couple of days. Luckily, I've only got 2 walls up. Plus, another viewer reached out to me and said, hey, your wall spacing is not correct for your sheetrock. Otherwise, you're going to have to trim a lot of sheetrock. So I'm going to space the walls up. I am going to go get some sort of plate seal, and all the walls that we raise up after this will be done the correct way. I appreciate y'all catching little things like that. That's exactly whenever I ask for constructive criticism, that's what I need. So those will be getting sealed out. We're spending all the money for spray foam insulation to make the house efficient as possible. Yes, those plates need to be sealed out for air and even moisture as well, even though we're going to have pressure treat bottom plates. So we will get on that. So Kevin, he just bought him a Blackstone grill after watching us quite a few times.
Oh,
he said his wife loves the fact that he has that Blackstone grill. Today was the first time they used it to cook. So hopefully you enjoy it. I'm telling you, just what's critical, as soon as you're done cooking, do not go eat. Scrape the food off, put a little bit of oil on there, then shut it down. If you'll take the 2 minutes to do that, it'll look beautiful. You won't have to fight with rust later, and it's always ready to use the next time. But I think you're going to really enjoy it.
You'll have to give me some good ideas on recipes if you come up with some good ones.
So William says, Smith says, surf and turf when we have the house, not a bad idea, although I can't have shrimp. I'm allergic.
Or lobster.
Yeah, or lobster, which I never.
Scallops.
Yeah, scallops, something like that. I never cared for lobster anyways. And Shay says he heard that in Colorado, it could be as much as $50,000 for permits. How can people even afford to build? That's just insane. That would be a huge chunk of our entire house budget. There's no way. Or I'm so thankful we live where we do. Cost of living and permits and all is low. Now the problem is you got to drive a long ways to a big city. Income's relatively low in this area compared to a lot of other parts of the country, so it's a trade-off. But oh man, we don't have all those extra rules and regulations and permits and fees. So I am so thankful we do not have all that. The house building's already stressful enough. If I had to deal with all that stuff on top of it, heck no.
That is insane.
So Pony Girl says she wanted to build a cover for her garden, but prices made her reconsider doing it with pallets. What do you think? From what everybody's telling me, any kind of cover should work perfectly fine. If you're talking just for frost and temporary, any support out there I think would be good. Bed sheets, frost blankets, etc. But what I have found out, even if you drape blankets and stuff over them, if they're still touching the leaves, the blanket will frost and the leaf will burn too. I need to work on some sort of hoops or support. I'm thinking PVC would be the way to go, although PVC's flying up in price right now too. But in the big scheme of things, it's still relatively cheap. Looking for a few comments. Bear with me. What are you laughing about?
Tim talking about Cash bringing the dump trailer.
Oh yeah, how about that? So Chris says they have to use that pink foam to seal the bottom plate. Here's the crazy thing. I read about that today, and that foam seal was like the most hated stripping to seal a plate out on every forum I went on today with contractors and builders. I've looked at polyurethane special caulk. They make a rubberized seal, which is probably expensive than that foam stuff. I'm kind of confused as when you get online a lot and read up on that stuff. I don't know which one to go with. I'm just gonna go to my local hardware store tomorrow or the next day, say, what do y'all offer? What do you recommend? That's what I'm gonna bring back and use to seal the plate out with. So Garrett says, when are we gonna see a turkey hunting video? I hate to tell you, Garrett, I'm actually even hearing them all around here in the mornings. I have been so busy dealing with frost and garden and house, I haven't even got dressed and went out there. So who knows? But I can tell you what, we won't be seeing a turkey hunting video with Garrett because he took me hunting a year or so ago. And after he walked me 1.5 miles in the woods where I thought he was going to murder me, I'm wondering, what are we doing 1.5 miles in the woods? I said, I ain't never going turkey hunting with this guy again. By the time this fat boy got out and walked 3 to 4 miles that day through mud and swamp and crossing creeks, I said, ain't no turkey on this earth worth that. Not happening. So maybe at some point we'll get to one, but probably after the season's over is when I'll be like, oh, I wish I'd have went turkey hunting. I just got too much on my plate, Garrett. I really do. So Chris says there, a building permit is 10% of total cost. That's stupid. Why should your house cost determine your permit cost? They should have their fees for how many trips they think they're going to make, how many inspections they think they're going to do, and whatever else, the fuel and their vehicle. But it shouldn't be penalizing you because you're building a more expensive home. That's crazy. So Jimmy says a poor old bullet's got the broken chair back there, but he's loving it. He can't even hardly keep his eyes open. Y'all should look at him. But yeah, he's got the old broken chair. He don't need a rocker. He ain't gonna use it. So, Cash said someone's looking for a timeout. What's going on? What did I miss? So Kevin, buffalo chicken quesadillas. That's actually a great thing to cook on a Blackstone. Really good for stuff like that. So Brandon just jumped on from Oklahoma. Thank you for chatting with us. We appreciate you stopping by. Oh, wow. I hate to hear that, Jelena. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Sounds like a pastor's house caught on fire there. So I hope they rebuild and everybody's okay, most importantly. So Johnny says he does his turkey hunting at Food Line. I hear they're always there. You can always call one in at Food Line. Hey, goodness.
What should my tip be on meatloaf?
It's sorry, we're looking at food right now. It's venison, so anything 145 and higher would be okay. What did you put, egg and everything else in there?
Yeah.
What is it?
128.
Oh no, you still got a long ways to go.
I did.
Boy, this meatloaf's taking a while. You might want to bump some more burners on?
I don't want it to get too hot up top, so I'll
Just don't do that one second closest to me. Sorry, we had to take a little break there. I've got to rebuild our gas grill. We got one burner that's just completely rotted out, so that'll be a project for another day, trying to cook. So Murray just jumped on, says he's from Palatka, loves what we're doing, and weather's been a bit warmer, hope the garden's okay. Well, Murray, believe it or not, the garden got bit pretty bad. I was thinking I lost about 25% of it, but it's looking like there's quite a bit more I've lost today. I've already replanted. I will get that video edited tonight or first thing in the morning and have it out tomorrow afternoon, kind of show you the damage there. That's part of it. That's the risk you take planting early, and yeah, it caught up with me this year. Oh, so Betty says, Life Out Loud just noticed bullet. So, excuse me, was wondering about their chair comment. Yep, that's him piled up and actually asleep now by the fire enjoying it. And no, he's not too close. He's actually spaced way away. He'll probably appreciate
His
a much
favorite
more
spot, yeah.
If there's something burning or hot, he's going to be beside it. If there's a heater going, he's going to be right in front of him to the point it'll singe his hair. So A Outdoor says he went hunting yesterday, didn't see one. That's what a lot of people have been saying. And actually, after this cold snap, I can imagine they may shut up for a day or two. Of course, it's warming right back up. Let's see here.
Oh, Sue wants to know how to make the meatloaf on the grill. I mean, meatloaf is one of those things where you just throw in anything you like. I mean, a general recipe is your egg, your breadcrumbs, and your onions. But I do onions, peppers, breadcrumbs, eggs, Worcestershire sauce, a little bit of dash of Italian dressing, my spices, garlic. Let's see, am I missing anything?
I don't know. I don't make meatloaf. Here's the way I make meatloaf. Hey, baby, will you make me a meatloaf? That's how I make it.
And then I have it on a glass dish, but I'm cooking it on the top rack, so it still kind of gets all those flavors from the grill, but I don't have it like on the rack itself. I had it steamed with some tinfoil on it, and now the tinfoil's off. I'm trying to brown it up a little bit, and then I'll add my barbecue and ketchup. Andrew likes the ketchup. I like the barbecue, so we do half and half.
Weirdo. Barbecue. So yeah, and we're doing it on the grill. It does taste good, but we have no oven.
Yes.
We live in a camper, in that little cut camper oven. As soon as you turn it on, you're done running yourself out of the camper. It's so hot.
Right.
We'd rather just come out here and do it. Yeah. Excuse me. So Bill had something pretty funny. He said last time he went turkey hunting, he had to fight off this one lady who was trying to take the turkey out of his shopping cart. Oh. So Christopher says, all that wood that I have, I need a stick burner, a big one. I have plans for that. I have a couple different size propane tanks down there in the woods that I do plan on building a very big smoker out of. It's just finding the time. So after I get this house out of the way, I have a long list of projects that I'm super excited to build. Going to be a bunch of welding projects coming up, but I already have the tanks. Definitely going to build me a much bigger smoker. So Jelena says she just bought a can cooker, saw Blue Gabe and Deer Meat for dinner with one. I love watching their channels, by the way. I've been watching Deer Meat forever. That is one of them pressurized cookers that sits over the burner, and you put your stuff down there. They're like really good for roast potatoes, carrots, and you snap the lid on top. It's basically just a stovetop pressure cooker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can cook. Okay. I got you.
Real easy and quick to cook stuff. You can cook over a campfire, a single burner. It's just kind of a stovetop pressure cooker, really.
Yes,
But
love
their channels. I've been watching those guys since they both got started. Really like Blue Gabe's channel even more, I do think. So, barbecue sauce is better, says Cash. Yeah. You're just taking her side. So, who's that? Rainy Days says, just jumped on from Kodak, Tennessee. Enjoy watching the videos. Thank you so much for chatting with us. And Betty says, used to live next to pine trees. Pygmy rattlers were a problem. Yeah, they could be a problem here. I haven't really seen a whole lot of them, but believe it or not, my parents are having an issue with little ground rattlers, pygmy rattlers, getting up on their outdoor furniture. They'll go move a pillow on an outdoor chair, and there'll be one curled up right there. Just crazy stuff.
I love how they tell us that story after we were sitting on them for like 30 minutes. I was like,
yeah. So yeah, we're sitting on them. They tell us that story, and then she jumps up immediately after we've been sitting there playing long enough to get bit, and we got to tear all the covers out in the dark and check everything. Whatever. Yep. So William says, just asking, do you or should you seal that concrete slab? As far as the slab itself goes, nobody has mentioned at all about sealing it, unless you're talking about sealing under the bottom plate. That's been a common question today. That, yes, I'm going to redo and take care of this week. But the concrete itself, typically you don't seal it unless that's a look that you're going for. I don't know of anybody else that does. I didn't seal this shop. It's been absolutely perfect. Most people don't seal porches around here. So, nope, I don't think that's something in the plans unless I hear a really good reason that I need to. Yeah, Betty says she hates snakes. I ain't too crazy about them myself, but it's Florida. You've got to get used to them. So Maureen has to go. She says, nice seeing us both. Have a great night. Thank you so much, Maureen. Yes. We appreciate chatting with y'all. And sorry we ain't really doing cooking stuff tonight, y'all. Meatloaf's taking a while, so we may jump off here before long, too. Not really have a whole lot of cooking stuff to show tonight. We'll try to get something whipped up. Wait a minute. Are you?
I'll be, yeah.
Okay, she'll be here next week. She has to go somewhere another day, and I wasn't sure if that included the whole weekend or what. So, yes, we'll try to cook something next week. So, what editing program do I use? Excuse me. It says A Outdoors. I use Shotcut. SHOTCUT. It's probably the best free editing program there is, but it likes a very healthy computer. I had to buy a new laptop with some better hardware just to be able to run it. But I love that program. It gives you a lot of extra features that basic things like Windows Movie Maker or the basic program that comes on Apple computers won't do. Highly recommend that. Probably one of the best programs out there that most people use, and I may eventually get into, is Adobe Premiere. That seems to be the golden standard that most editors for YouTube and other video editors use. So you might want to check that one out. Oh, goodness, Chris, for real. We're about to put him in timeout.
What Chris say?
Oh, goodness. I ain't even going to say it.
Oh, gosh. You told it.
Put him in timeout, Cash. Oh. So Kevin says they only seal concrete when a customer asks for it. I think that's the way it works around here, Kevin. Back Creek Cabin says, Happy Easter to the Kelleys. Happy Easter to all of y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Yes.
And he says, probably missed it, but how's the framing going? It's going slow, very slow. We will have another video out, and a lot of people have caught two mistakes that I've made, not sealing the bottom plate for air and some moisture to the concrete. So I'm going to have to address that over the next couple of days. And people brought up really good points that I did not build the walls quite tall enough for the sheetrock that's going to go on the roof and on the wall. That's going to be a really quick and easy fix on the two walls that I have up. And then I'll just cut the studs longer on the rest of the walls as we go throughout the house. So I appreciate y'all looking behind me and catching some of those things. That's why I've asked. That's absolutely what I want y'all to catch. So really do appreciate that. And Gail says, are the side dishes done? Let's see the side dishes. Are they?
I have one. Yeah.
Just one? That's not a good showing for them. Doesn't sound like we really do other than one, Miss Gail.
I'll go get it.
So Mailman says, Happy Easter from New York. Happy Easter. Thank you for chatting with us. And if you do go with Adobe Premiere, says Bill S., you don't have to buy it per se. Adobe products are available via subscription. That's exactly right. It is a monthly subscription there. I did look into it. Honestly, it's got more features than I'm looking for right now with the type of content that I edit. So shortcut, I'm just going to continue to use that.
All right, here's a little teaser.
Oh, we got a teaser.
It's the
Oh,
potatoes and green beans and herbs and butter.
goodness, it smells so good. That smells so good. I really like those herbs. Sorry, I keep coughing on everybody. I am stopped up. This pollen's out going crazy again, and it's kicking my butt. So, Mailman says, look at the seal product, seal sealer called Protecto Wrap Triple Guard. I'll look into that because I'm about to run to the hardware store tomorrow or the next day and start asking what do they recommend and what do they have. So we'll see. That way I can get that to work and keep raising these walls. So Cash said if you'll add some cheese, he'll be in heaven.
No cheese tonight.
Right. So Sharon just jumped on from Ontario, Canada. Thank you for chatting with us. How does that look? Is that worth showing off?
Yeah.
All right, let me show you all the meatloaf, I guess. You know, this fat boy gets excited about food. Ugh.
Just trying to get it out of town.
So here we are in our shop cooking like normal. Yeah, it's starting to get some good color on it. Big chunks of onion. She puts,
Green pepper from the
yep, bell
garden.
pepper out of our garden from last year. It freezes and does well in this. And that is a venison meatloaf. So here before long, she'll put half and half ketchup on top.
It might actually be ready
All right.
for that stuff.
Okay.
Just about. Yep, just about.
Cash says needs more barbecue sauce. Cash, there ain't none on it. We still got to put that on there. We always wait toward the
I
end.
do that at the end.
Yep, she says Bullet's ears perked up, getting a whiff of that meatloaf. That's exactly right. And I'm giving y'all a sneak peek. There's another wall up over there with a header in it. We'll have that video out and show y'all how we built a header and all. Hey, Bullet. Want to say hey to everybody? He's like, get away. I'm trying to sleep. So wrap the meatloaf in bacon, says Chris. I don't know about that.
Sounds good.
So firewood.
Anything in bacon.
Yeah, tell me about it. Fire at the Furnace just jumped on, says, sorry he's late. Just wanted to say hello to everyone. Happy Easter. We're doing good. Thank you for jumping on, buddy. We're actually probably about to wrap this thing up. We've still got to do a little cooking, a little cleaning up out here, and a few other things. Sorry, no cooking straight on camera tonight. No Blackstone meal or something that's easy to cook for everybody. See a few more of these comments. So have I used GIMP? It is a video editor. Started out for Linux, but now it's for all platforms. Sure haven't, never heard of it, haven't used it, but I'm very happy with Shotcut. Been enjoying using that. So Sharon says needs more barbecue sauce. We haven't put the barbecue sauce on yet, but we will. We're going to put a pile more on. We put it about that thick. We put at least
very thick.
of ketchup and everything. So Team Dancer says needs a camper tour. Nope. You're not getting a tour of that ugly little camper. Ain't happening. Pony Girl says it looks delicious and need a lot more. Well, all right, guys, it looks like we've been going on about an hour and 10 minutes. I think we're going to wrap it up, kind of get ready to settle down for the night. I have a lot of stuff to do this week, a lot. So there's going to be a lot of a mixture of videos coming your way. Like I said, everything from gardens to building these fire pits and fire rinks for customers that's been waiting, to house stuff, to the uh-ohs over there on the walls that we've got to fix. So several things to do. I will do my best to get as much content out as I can. So happy Easter. Thank y'all. And let's see here. You want to seal the face for moisture and interior plate for air. Appreciate that. Definitely take all the tips that I can get. So thank y'all so much. Happy Easter. I see everybody's kind of signing off and saying good night.
Yes.
We will catch y'all next Saturday, correct?
Yeah, Sunday.
No, next Sunday at 7 p.m. I'm getting it all wrong now. So thank y'all. Catch you later.
Good evening.